everybody and welcome to my channel. So today we are doing a manga collection video. I think it's been maybe like 8 or 9 months since the last one, but I really wanted to post one because, in that video my collection was kind of split. Like, I still was in college, so I had some of my collection at there and then some of it at home. But here, now all of it is reunited, and so I want to show you guys. So we'll start off. I have this big shelf, and then I have like one shelf that sits on my dresser, and then I have like a little like cube 3-tier shelf as well. So we're starting with the big one. At the top, I have my Ouran High School Host Club box set. Love the series so much. I recently read it, and like I just love it so much. Like it's one of those series that I liked as a kid, so like there's always that concern of like, will I still like it as an adult? But like I full-heartedly still enjoy Ouran High School Host Club. And then we have Pokemon Adventures. I'm a big Pokemon fan, so it's only right that I have the Adventures Collector's Editions. I would love if they made more for like Diamond and Pearl and Black and White and so on and so forth, but for now they only have the ones up to like Emerald, so that's what I have. And then there's just a bunch of knickknacks up here. I will put my other box set here to kind of like, make sure the Pokemon ones are secured, and yeah. So next we have the first shelf, which is like my Shonen shelf, I guess. It was going to be like Shonen Jump only, but then I realized I don't have that much Shonen Jump in the first place, so yeah. We have Parasite over here, which is the only non-Shonen Jump. I love Parasite a lot. It's probably one of my top favorite series. Kind of like the blueprint for a lot of like dark shonen, which is kind of funny. Like, I'm reading Tokyo Ghoul right now, and I just think it's so funny how you can tell that Tokyo Ghoul took so much inspo from Parasite in the concept. But in the front we have Chainsaw Man, which is another series I think took some inspo from Parasite. So, like father like son, I wanted them to be together. And then Dandadan, is the cousin of Chainsaw Man. I really love Dandadan a lot. I'm caught up, well, I'm not caught up, but like I've read a lot of it on Shonen Jump, the website, so I will be collecting the physicals as well. And then Dr. Stone, I have basically caught up, except I don't have 6 and 7. Eventually I will get those, but yeah, super excited. This one's gonna be ending soon, which is kind of sad, but I think it'll wrap up nicely, so I'm pretty pumped for that. And then last we have Spy Family, a classic. Well, not a classic, a new gen classic. Like, everyone loves Spy Family, so it's only right that it's up there. So these are like probably my top favorite Shonen Jumps out right now. So there you go. And now we will move onto the tripod, and there will be no more shakiness. Yay. All right, so here we are on the tripod on the second shelf. This is like, I don't know, I just like the colors, the way that the colors sit on the shelf. So it's like Shoujo with Josei, I think Wotokoi's a Josei series is up here, as well as like my enamel pins. Maybe I'll show you guys. I also have some keychains up here. I'll show you guys real quick. This is not like an enamel pin / keychain tour, but like if you want to know anything about them, you can comment and I'll let you know where I got them or whatever. But real quick. Alright, now that that's out of the way, so on here we have Fruits Basket, the Collector's Editions, the entire series. Fruits Basket's like my favorite series of all time, so it comes to no surprise that it gets like its own separate area on the shelf, like, duh. And then we have A Sign of Affection, which is a currently releasing shoujo series, so we do have like a little bit of room to grow here, maybe like a couple volumes, which should carry us into maybe like the end of this year, and then after that we'll figure out what to do with everything else. But yeah, it's one I really like. I'm curious to see how it continues, but for now I really like it. And then lastly we have Wotokoi, kind of another like classic, like everyone likes it. A workplace romance about otakus finding love hard. So, I feel like as an anime enjoyer, most people like can relate to the series to some degree, so it's kind of like a staple on my shelf. So this is the third shelf. This is like my more shoujo, magical girl kind of inspired series. So they're kind of in alphabetical order, a little bit, maybe, if you squint hard enough. But so up here we have Cardcaptor Sakura. I'm missing one book. it is like the Master of the Cloud, like volume 4, I think. But other than that, it's basically complete. Really like Cardcaptor Sakura, so it's really nice to have like almost a complete collection of it. I feel like that's a subtle flex or whatever. And then we have Mermaid Melody right there. I only have the first 2 for that. It's extremely out of print and hard to come by, so I'm not sure if I'll get any more besides those 2, because like I honestly prefer the anime for that series, but alas, I wanted to have some representation on the shelf because I still enjoy it. And then of course we have Sailor Moon and Codename Sailor V over there. Classic series, kind of like if you like magical girl series, I feel like Sailor Moon was probably one of the first ones, so you know, gotta show respect where it's due. Then we have Sugar Sugar Rune, which is probably like my personal favorite out of a lot of the magical girl series out, and it's really sad that I only have 2 of them. I would love to have more of them. It's so sad as well because I recently found out that Udon Entertainment actually owns the rights to Sugar Sugar Rune, and they were like anticipating to release a collector's editions of it, but that was like in 2015, so I don't think that's ever gonna happen at this point. But if it does, best believe like they can have my money. I'm first in line. And then we have QQ Sweeper back there. I recently put that back there just because the spines don't really match Queen's quality, so like when I get the rest of Queen's quality, like they'll be more coherent, and then QQ Sweeper is just gonna be back here. And there's still space for me to put one more volume, which I think that space was meant for the Cardcaptor Sakura volume, but it's okay. Next we have Shugokara down here. I recently reread this one. In my last manga collection video, I made like a comment about how like this was my least favorite series on the shelf and how like I would be willing to get rid of it, but like now I'm not willing to get rid of it, but this is all I'm collecting. I'm not collecting past volume 9 because I don't like the ending, and I just don't like anything that happens past volume 9, honestly. So this is complete to me. I really like the series. I do have some reservations about it, but overall I like it. Then we have Tokyo Mew Mew. I love Tokyo Mew Mew. That one is like one I have the most nostalgia for, TBH. Like, and they're releasing the anime, like a reboot of the anime right now, and season 2 comes out in April, I think, so that's pretty exciting. And then lastly, we have Queen's Quality. Kind of, I already talked about it with QQ Sweeper. This is like kind of a new gen. It's not really a magical girl series, but there's magical elements and there's a girl, so I thought it would fit nicely. And there's like a lot of space here, so as I get like more of them, it can fit nicely here. That's what I was thinking when I put that there. But so that's the shelf. This is like, I love the shelf a lot just because like I've had some of these books on the shelf for so long. Like Tokyo Mew Mew, I literally remember having Tokyo Mew Mew in 6th grade. Like, it has been over 10 years since I've owned like these books, so yeah. All right, here's the 4th shelf. It's a little empty compared to some of the other ones. Like, a couple of my shelves are double stacked, so like looking at this one feels a little jarring, but this was supposed to be like my seinen shelf, but I've come to realize that I don't actually own that many like large trim size seinen series, so this is just going to be like me double stacking large trim sized books in the future. But for now we have Soul Eater, my only hardcover actually. I love Soul Eater a lot, like probably one of my favorite shonen, so and I really like the hardcovers. I think that like the art on them is really nice, and I like the updated translations and stuff like that, so I've been having a good time collecting them, and I just wish they came out a little faster because I would love to like actually read Soul Eater. I've never read it before. I only like watched the anime and stuff, and I know that the anime has a different ending, so I really want to experience like the story past what the anime has to offer, and I'm almost there. I'm on volume 8 right now. Like, I'm trying to read in arcs. Okay, anyways, love Soul Eater. Love her a lot. Okay, next we have Boys Run the Riot. From here, it's supposed to be in alphabetical order. Actually, it actually is in alphabetical order this time. Wow, shout out to me. Okay, so yeah, Boys Run the Riot. A 4-volume, pretty short seinen series, kind of coming of age, about a trans boy coming of age. You know the vibe. Another coming of age story we have here is Goodnight Poon Poon. She's not gonna be on my shelf for very much longer. I didn't quite enjoy this, and like I was pretty lukewarm about it. Okay. Actually, I made a video about like me trying first volume series, and this was in it. And I read like the first half of this omnibus, and I was like, oh, like I didn't really like it. And then I finished the omnibus, and I was like, I'm lukewarm about this. So then I went online and read like volume 3, and I'm still lukewarm about it. Like, I feel like I'm wasting my time trying to to like it, you know, like trying to force myself to like it. So I'm done trying. So I'm actually probably gonna get rid of this soon. So if you want it, hit me up, I guess. Anyways, next we have Kowloon, another like slice of life kind of supernatural series that I have been really liking so far. We only have 2 volumes out in English right now, but I will be keeping up with it, and I hope that it gets like mad interesting. It is mad interesting as it is, but like it reminds me like, well, like I wouldn't say it reminds me of it in like in a thematic way. It reminds me of Higurashi. Like, I remember watching the first like half of the first season and being like, yo, like I don't know what's going on right now, but like once I find out what's going on, like I know this is gonna be crazy. That's how I feel about this. Like, I don't really know what's going on right now, but I feel like once it like everything comes full circle, it's gonna be crazy. But yeah, and next we have Paradise Kiss, one of my favorite series by Ayazawa, the same person who did Nana. Nana's a classic. I think Paradise Kiss should be a classic as well, guys. So I really recommend this one. If you like Nana, check this one out. Check out Neighborhood Story when it gets released at the end of this year, I think. I haven't read that one yet, but I will, and I'm sure it'll be great. Then we have Seinen, an Inio Asano work I actually really love, which, like, I got this one because I wanted to get into Goodnight Poon Poon. I love Seinen, but I don't love Goodnight Poon Poon, which is kind of disappointing, but Seinen is really good. I feel like the shelf is just coming of age. It's another, like, coming of age type of story. Lastly, we have Yakuza Fiancé. I only have 2 of them. It's kind of on display just because it's the last one alphabetically, but I do really love the art of it. I'll show you guys volume 2 so that you know I'm not lying. There it is. But I really like this one as well. Curious to see how this one goes. Don't fall. Okay, next shelf, guys. All right, so now we're on the floor, and at the bottom shelf, this one is kind of like my Tokyo Pop dump of things I really love, but they are Tokyo Pop, so they are ugly by default. So over here in this corner, actually, we have some art books. I have the Persona 3 art book. Persona 3 is like one of my favorite video games ever, so it's only right that I have the art book. And then the other art book is actually my Toilet-Ban Hanako-kun art book I just got, because I freaking love the art of the series. I'm gonna get the box set, so I know you... Spoilers, I don't have the manga on my shelf. I'm gonna get the box set, though, best believe. Please go back inside. Okay. Alright, so let's talk about this. So we have Chibi Vampire. I love that series a lot, actually. Probably one of the better vampire romances in the anime community, so recommend. Chobits, like a seinen series about robots. Haven't read it in a while. I really think I should, just because I used to love, like, Chobits used to be like my favorite series back in the day, but I don't know if it stands to the test of time. But I am, like, one of my, like, mini missions this year is to, like, read more Clamp. Like, obviously I have Cardcaptor Sakura and Chobits, but I really want to get into, like, XXX Holic and Tsubasa Chronicles, and then whatever else they have. Those are, like, the main 4 I think of when I think of Clamp. There's, like, Legal Drug, I think, and yeah, I don't know, but those 4 are, like, the ones I want to get into, so yeah. Then we have up here just a couple of, like, random things, like video game themed ones, I guess. So we have Kirby's Manga Mania. I haven't actually read this yet, but I really like Kirby, so I wanted to get it for that reason. I know there's, like, a bunch of them. Like, I think they're probably on, like, volume 4 or 5 at this point, but I only have volume 1 for now. And then we have Pokemon Mystery Dungeon. It's like a one-shot inspired from the Mystery Dungeon games. You know, as you grow up as a Pokemon fan, at some time you get to an age where you choose a Pokemon spin-off game, and that becomes your entire personality for the rest of your life. And for me, that is Mystery Dungeon. Specifically, like, Explores the Time, Explores the Darkness, Explores the Sky. Like, those ones are insanely good. Like, the storyline of those things are insanely good. Like, I highly recommend you guys check. Like, if you don't like Pokemon games, right? If you don't like Pokemon games because the storyline, like, is lacking or whatever. Like, first off, that's a lie, but you know, if that's how you feel, you really should check out a Pokemon Mystery Dungeon game, because them things be cooking for no reason. So anyways, I have this is probably one of the first manga I've ever owned as a child, and like, low-key, it's in pretty good condition. Like, all things considered, it's in pretty good condition, I gotta say. Anyways, next row we have is Sergeant Frog. I have pretty much all of them. Oh, I'm missing 13 and 14. And my 12 is a little busted. I might replace it eventually, but yeah. I really like Sergeant Frog. It's one of my childhood faves, so I really wanted to collect the manga as well. But unfortunately, the spines are ugly, so it has to go on the bottom shelf. And then lastly, we have Welcome to the NHK. This is like something I wouldn't say recently, but like within the past year, collected and read and really enjoyed. As you can see, the first one is like regular print, but the other ones are print on demand, and I really hate that. Like, it makes me so uncomfortable. I really hate the white printed books. Like, it's awful. I genuinely despise it, but I really like Welcome to the NHK, but a lot of people say that the like anime or the light novels are better. So I haven't watched the anime, so I wouldn't know, but if I watch the anime and I really do think it's better, I'll probably be geared to them. So yeah, but I think the series is really good. It's another like kind of coming of age. I wouldn't say coming of age, more so that like, I don't know how to describe it, but I think if you are like early 20s person, you like it. Yeah, so that is the end of this shelf. I'll give you guys a quick pan of the entire thing that we just went through. Yeehaw. So now we can do, since I'm standing up, we can just pan over here. So first on the shelf, we have an NCT Dream album and a Persona 5 Nendoroid and a pin back. And then we have Tokyo Revengers. I have the, what's it called? The Barnes & Noble exclusive one, and then like the regular volume one. It has white pages. Like I talked about, I hate white pages. And then I have the rest of them that have been released so far. And I have Pochita right here to protect them. Tokyo Revengers is my favorite series, so it's only right that it gets its own special corner. Then over here we have Witch Hat Atelier. I don't have very many of them, but I tend to pick up random things when they're on sale. So like I got volume 1 as a gift, and then volume 9 and 10 were on a sale, so I just threw them into my cart. And then we have Something's Wrong With Us volumes 1 through 4. I really like this one. I finished reading these ones recently, and I wish I bought more of them. I was like, I didn't buy a lot of them just because I wasn't sure if I would like it or not, but I really do like it. So now we must wait. But yeah, this is the shelf. And now we can go to the cube shelf. Okay, on the top of the shelf, I have my Princess Jellyfish box set. I'm currently reading it, so that's why it's like here and not anywhere else. And volume 5 is the one I'm on right now, so that's why it's not there. I forgot to put it back. Just don't mind that. So we can get into the actual shelf. Alright, so this one's kind of also in alphabetical order, but also like not really. Like I lost the plot very early on. But first we have Banana Fish. I have the entire series of Banana Fish. It was on sale on Right Stuff during the winter sale, so I had to take advantage of that. I really liked the anime, and I'm really interested to get into the manga soon. So yeah. And then we have A Condition Called Love, a new shoujo series out right now. Really loved the first volume, so I'm pretty excited to get the rest of them in the mail eventually. Kami-sama Kiss, a classic. Haven't collected much past, well, clearly I haven't collected much past volume 1, but I'm a little nervous because it is quite a long series and I'm running out of shelf space, but I really like that one as well. Then we have Lovesick Ellie. Not like the most phenomenal shoujo high school romance out there, but I still really like it personally. I think it's quite funny, and the main character is kind of relatable in a way, so I really like it for that reason. And then we have Full Moon in the back, kind of a classic as well. It's like, it kind of is a magical girl. Like I was considering putting it on the magical girl shelf for a while because it's like, it has similar elements to magical girl, like she transforms and stuff like that. But yeah, I really like it. It's quite tragic. And it was one of the first ones I collected as a kid. And then over there we have Kitchen Princess Volume 1. The singles are extremely out of print, kind of like most Del Rey manga series are these days. So I only have the first one, and I don't think I'll get any more past that, but I did enjoy it, so I wanted to keep it on my shelf. And here is the second of the cube shelves. So this is where all my Nana stuff is. I'm only missing Volume 12. Don't know when I'm gonna get it. I know it's like in stock now, but I just need right stuff to ship it out for me. So yeah, this is like, I'm itching. Once I get volume 12, I'm gonna start reading. Actually, once I get volume 12 and once I finish like the other things I'm reading right now, I'm going to be getting into Nana. I swear. Super excited for it. And then up there we have My Love Mix-Up. Pretty good like BL romance shoujo series. I really liked. I read, I think, the first 4 volumes so far. Really like it. So she's gonna be up there. There's only 9 of them, but it's not gonna fit in that corner. I can guarantee you it's not gonna fit in that corner, so we'll have to figure it out once we'll cross that road when we get there, you know? So whatever. Then we have We Were There, volumes 1 and 2, another series where I haven't collected very much of it, but I am nervous because it's like, I think 18 volumes in total. And again, I don't have the shelf space, but I also have not read these 2 yet. I should probably get to doing that. But I've heard it's like kind of on the more like emotional, tragic side when it comes to like high school romances, so those are kind of more of what I'm interested in rather than like sweet, fluffy, oh my god, I love you so much type things. Yeah. So then we have Usotoki Rhetoric, which is a new kind of, it's like a historical mystery, but more like on the villain of the day type of thing. Yeah, I really like that one so far. I've only read the first one. The second one recently got here, so should probably get into that soon. And so the grand finale, drum roll please, guys. It's gonna be crazy. It's pretty anticlimactic. There's not much down here so far, because obviously I was filling up the top parts before I put stuff down here, but this is basically going to be my LGBT romances slash like my 7Cs books, simply because their trim size is smaller than the average. So we have How to Be Relationship volumes 1 through 6. I've only read volume 1, but I've got the rest of them, so I will definitely get into that very soon. I really liked the first one for like weird reasons. Like, I didn't like it for the reasons that I would like a romance series, if that makes sense. Like, a lot of things that take place in this book I wouldn't like in a typical romance, but I liked it in this setting, so I'm quite intrigued to get more into it. And then we have Anti-Romance. I really liked this one. It's only 2 volumes as well, so I'll be getting that second one very soon. Boy Meets Maria, I just got that. It's like a one-shot. I've heard it's also very tragic, so. I also hate the white pages. I opened it and I was so sad that the pages were white, but it's okay. We move on. Then we have Bloom Into You volumes 1 and 2, kind of picking them up as I come across them. I haven't read it, but I think that I will enjoy it just because of the premise, and I think I can relate to the premise a lot, so yeah. And then lastly, I Want to Eat Your Pancreas is kind of a classic as well. It's also like a tragic romance, but I guess that's my my thing, is tragic romances. But yeah, so that is the end of my manga collection video. I'm too lazy to go back to the other shelf to do the final ending clip, so we're just gonna do it right here. But I hope you enjoyed watching my manga collection video. This is something I'm really proud of, I guess. Like, I've spent a lot of time like kind of cultivating my collection to be more of things that I read and enjoy. Of course, I did mention as we went through some series that I haven't read yet, but overall, like, I've read a very large chunk of my collection or have watched the anime of it. So, like, I'm familiar with the stories of, like, I'd say 80% of these series. So, yeah. Leave a like if you enjoyed, and subscribe if you also enjoy any of the series that I've talked about in this video, because chances are I also enjoy them. Well, I'd hope I enjoyed them. Okay, yes. That is all. Goodbye.